That was a Dina Howard freak like me. So Forbes magazine in an article today said the cost of the Afghan war was $300 million a day for 20 years. 300 and a large bill still to come. So $300 million a day for 20 years. And what did America get for these trillions and trillions of dollars? What did they get? An army that could not stand up to wind. We would have been better off giving the forces that we trained in Afghan Nike so they could run that much faster. History is going to bear out the fact, I believe, that Joe Biden made one of the bravest foreign policy decisions in modern history. You see, it is easier for a president to start a war than to stop one. It is more popular for a president to start one than to stop one. What do we get for this money that we spent? All this money that we spent. You can tell when somebody's doing something brave or doing something they want to do because they usually do it in their second term when they don't have any political jeopardy. When they're in their second term, they already secured re-election, they're fine. The fact that Joe Biden did it in the first term tells you that he was committed to do it. And I don't understand why people are so upset. When he said he was going to, he ran on ending the war in Afghanistan, and he did it within his first year of his presidency. And now all of this ranking. Now, what did we get for this $300 million a day for 20 years? Exactly. Can you imagine America and our political apparatus paying for something, paying anything, $300 million a day for anything good? Not for bridges, not for schools, not for railroads, not for airports, not for roads, nothing. We wouldn't pay anything. That we wouldn't come close to spending that amount of money unless it was to kill people. That's it. We wouldn't pay that much money. Right now, the infrastructure bill that was passed that everybody wrangled over has $600 million for airports. $600 million. That's 2 days of the war in Afghanistan. $600 million. Stop telling me that it was about so we paid $2 trillion to get one man and to dismantle a system that we thought was going to terrorize it. There's nothing more dangerous there's nothing more of a bigger danger to America than the American terrorists. That is just flat out true. They could not kill more than we allow to be killed here. And stop telling me it's about the women who are treated badly over there when we look at the women who are treated badly here. We would never spend $300 million on schools. We would never spend it. If we spent that $300 million a day under the auspices of protection, we don't spend that much money monitoring domestic terrorists. We won't even say their name. As a matter of fact, Christopher Wray, a year and a half ago, was one of the first people to say it existed. What would we spend? What do we get for all that money? What do we buy? You can tell when a president is doing something brave because he does it or he believes in or that's controversial. He'll do it in his second term. Even Obama, gay marriage, not the first time. You gays can get married the second term, but not the first one. Not till I get my second term. Not till I'm well on my way to the library. It is way more popular to start wars than to end them. And stop telling me that we spent all of that money for our safety because we don't spend a fraction of that for our safety here. We don't monitor these groups. We don't understand what's going on. And right now, they are more dangerous than anybody by far. The FBI and our security system, our security apparatus say that here. Don't tell me about the Taliban there. It's amazing how much they have in common. How much they have in common with the people here. They hate science. They don't want people to vote. Women can't control their own bodies. So how are they different? So they hate science. They don't want people to vote. They can't control their own bodies, and they got a ton of guns. How is the Taliban any different than Texas? The only way the Taliban is different than Texas is that Texas got the Dallas Cowboys. That's pretty much it. That's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.